So in here we have, just to put in perspective, we have black Muslim people saying the white man was white slave trader, but they have a flag of Islam. They identify as Muslim, and I'm gonna. Okay, but they identify as Muslim.
They identify as anything these days.
Okay, so you have these people there claiming that the white man is a slave trader. They say they're Muslims, and I'm gonna show to you that Muhammad was a white man who traded black slaves.
Hitler claimed he was a Muslim and he killed millions of Jews. Does that mean
No, he actually was a Muhammad sympathizer. He was.
Jesus wore the iron.
He was, and then
Hitler wore the iron cross.
he was Muhammad. He wasn't. He was a New Ager. But let's talk about. I'm not a Nazi to support Hitler, so he was obviously in hell.
But he wore the iron cross.
Ask her why she eats too much cakes. That's what you need to ask her. Cake, too much cake.
So why you don't want to talk about Muhammad being a white man?
You need to reduce that.
You're saying the prophet.
Does that say that Muhammad was not a white man? So I'm going to show it to you. So from the Quran, listen, do you want to learn from your Quran? Fine, I will turn to you then. So in Quran, can you read? Can you read what it says in here? You seem like a
I want to
serious
see the picture of
person.
Muhammad. You say he's white. I want to see the picture or the proof.
But I'm trying to do something else. So can you read in
No
here?
problem.
So in Quran 3160 it says that on the day faces will turn white and some faces will turn black. So the white people will go to heaven, black people will go to hell.
Did you fail GCSE English literature?
Do you know English?
Even a year and 10.
The African, can you read in here? Adam created him and took out a white race as if they were seed, and he struck his shoulder and took out a black. Why are you doing that for? Why are you going in front of my camera?
I want to listen to you. I can't listen.
So you can listen from there.
No, I can listen whenever I want.
If you have to attack my phone, I will go to the police.
I never. Go to the police. I never
So,
touch your phone.
so keep a space and go in front of it.
I can stand up wherever I want.
We're not in Saudi Arabia
I know.
where you can just
This is the
listen to
country
me.
of freedom. I can do what I want. Yeah, I can stand wherever I want.
That's fine. So, Abu Darda reported the Prophet said, Allah created Adam, and when he created him, he struck his right shoulder and took out a right race as if they were seed. And he struck his shoulder and took out a black race as if they were coals. Then he said to those who were on his right side, towards paradise, the white people, and to those who were on his left shoulder, towards hell, I don't care.
Wait. Can I tell?
That's what he said.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
You can.
First of all, your mind.
I will come to you.
Your mind, listen to me. Your mind is empty, so there is no point debating you. You're just stupid. That's it. You're just trying to prove something. Yeah. It's not my first time seeing you, so there is no point debating you at all.
Okay, you can walk away then.
That's why I'm walking.
So in Surah 961 it says, Gabriel came to Muhammad and said, if a black man comes to you, his heart is more cross than a donkey. So black men, according to your Islam, have him as a... He was. If you want, I can prove it to you. If you're serious.
So Islam is not an equal religion then, is it?
It's not. This is why these people, they're stupid because they have who was racist.
So how many...
In Sahih Bukhari, do you need to read it to you?
Yeah, how many wives did Muhammad have?
He had 11 and unlimited slaves.
What did she say?
She's talking about your prophet Muhammad.
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm just asking questions because she seemed to know. I'm saying to her.
Can you read from here what it says? It's Sahih Bukhari. It tells you. What does it say?
The Prophet said, let the Negro slave of dinar perish, and if he pays with a tone, let him do not find anyone to take out for him. If he asks for anything, it shall not be granted, and if he needs intercession, the intercession will be denied.
Yeah.
Okay, have you read the tafsir ibn Kathir of this?
But why, you know, in the Quran, let me read it. Let me show you something, right? So in the Quran, Right, this is from your Quran. Do not, in Surah 482 it says, do not ponder on the Quran. Had it been from other than Allah, they would surely have found there much discrepancy. So Quran is perfect revelation and doesn't need hadiths or tafsirs. So it shouldn't. So he asked me a question. So the Quran says that he doesn't need.
Stated that hadith wasn't ayahs, so why are you saying that? It makes no sense. Hadith and ayahs are completely two different things.
But you shouldn't need. I can't. I'm not.
Why do you have many translations of the Bible?
Is it you have many hadiths? Excuse me. Okay, that's fine. All right, thank you. So that's fine. You can read it tafsir at home. You know, I'm not asking you, but you know there are more verses in here.
I said he's right what he says. I never live with a refugee.
So in here there are many verses in here about Muhammad being a white man. We can go through them. You know, in here it talks about Muhammad having white legs. So in here, as if I were looking at the whiteness of his leg, right? This is Sahih Bukhari.
Even if he was a white man, what difference does it make?
That these people are hypocrites.
They are hypocrites. They're
Yeah,
not Muslim, I'm
because
telling you.
they're black people saying the white man came to do this and that, but in reality, Muhammad was a white man who enslaved black people.
Yeah, but
So,
what do you understand by the meaning of slavery? When I say the word slavery, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
slavery is forcing people to be in bondage, right? That's what it means. So anyway, so these are all, so you accept in here, they're all that Muhammad was a white man. So he wasn't an Arab, he was a white man like me.
You can be white-skinned and Arab, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, but he wasn't a black person, he was a white person, and he was racist as well.
Well, you're making it seem racist that he's a
Just
white man.
picking up stuff like, do you believe Jesus was a white man or a black man?
No, I don't believe, I believe he was Middle Eastern, probably like you.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
But what people like, how they structure Jesus' picture, they think he's a blonde hair and he's a white man. So that's wrong. So you're picking up hadith like random hadith. We
Yeah.
believe in authentic hadith.
But
Like,
these are all Sahih Bukhari. I'm not showing you, they're all authentic.
which one? Show me. What
So
reference
which
you got?
one, what do you want to see about Muhammad being a white man?
No, he just like my skin. It doesn't matter he's a white man or a black
So,
man.
but does it matter to you that Muhammad said that black people will go to hell? Does that matter to you? Does that sound like a good person to you?
So, no, it's not specific like a black man, he said.
It is.
Where it said.
So, in here it says, let him die, Negro slave. This is Sahih Bukhari. The Prophet said, let the Negro slave of dinner perish, and if he pierces with any thorn, let him not find anyone to take it out for him. If the black slave asks for anything, it will not be granted. If he needs intercession to get into paradise, intercession will be denied. Black raising head, Sahih Bukhari here.
So you saying he was a racist?
He was racist, yeah.
No. So if he was a racist, if you look at his last khutbah, we call last speech, he said no Arab is superior over non-Arab, and non-black is superior over white man. So if he was racist, he wouldn't have said
So
it.
the problem with Muhammad is that he was double-minded.
No,
Do you know what it
no,
means
he's not
to be
double-minded. No,
double-minded?
he's not
Double-minded
double-minded.
is when you say one thing
Show me anywhere.
and you say that. I show you in.
This is,
so
I don't
in-
know. I don't know the reference. Maybe you picked it up.
So why
it
don't
looks
you
like
write
to
it
me.
down?
It looks like to me you translated something
No, I
from
didn't
Arab.
translate it. You can look
no,
it up.
you just translated something from Arab to English, like you.
So why don't
like,
you look? Do you have your
corrupted.
phone?
Yeah, I got my
Can
phone.
you look at Surah 961 on your language, please?
Okay, what does it say?
It says that Gabriel came to Muhammad and said, if black man comes to you, his heart is more gross than a donkey's.
So, what's that?
Gabriel came to Muhammad and said, if black man comes to you, his heart is more gross than a donkey's. Black
Do you
man
know
have heart.
what word he used for the black man?
So can you look on your phone?
No, you tell me because
So
you're
they
telling
were
me they're
slaves.
racist.
So they were slaves. So not all of them were, but for him, they were inferior people.
No, that's a wrong translation. You guys just
So
picked
you
up
show-
the wrong
so you get
translation.
on your phone and-
no,
and tell-
I'm
what's
sure
your
it's
native
not.
language?
It doesn't matter
What's your-
it's not related. What I'm saying to you, it's not specific black man. It said.
Okay.
You just like using this phrase and against black men. There in Islam there is no black and white. I'm telling you. is the only religion which
So
is
why do
against
only-
Islam is only religion which is against racism.
So why Mohammed called black people raising head? Why did he sell one white slave for 2 black slaves? Why was the slavery abolished in Saudi Arabia in the 1960s? Why did he say when he saw a black woman walking, he said that that's a bad omen? Why? Because he didn't like black people, and this is a fact.
No, if you look at the first slave he freed, his name was Bilal, radiallahu anhu, right? He was slave of Quraysh family, and Abu Bakr paid for him to get him free from the slavery of Quraysh people. And when he became a Muslim, he was not slave. Even so, he was the best reciter of Adhan. The Adhan you listen today, he was the best reciter of Adhan. He stand on the top of Kaaba and he recited, and people loves his voice. So it means Islam is not saying about the racism.
According to Muhammad, it says.
If you look in Christianity does say like you should kill all these children and black people.
It doesn't say that. You're misquoting
If you look at the history as well,
it doesn't say at all
the
that you
history
should
as
kill
well.
black people.
If you go to South Africa or anywhere in American countries, you guys, the white people, has slavery on the black people. Ask any black
no,
people.
this is so black slavery. So I'm gonna find you. Just going back on Bilal. Hold that
No,
thought.
you're just speaking
It
out
says
loud.
no
This is
because in
like-
here
no,
it
I
says
don't believe in it.
that it says that Muhammad is quoted as saying you must obey your imam. So maybe somebody like Bilal, even if he was a Bagno slave.
I think so. You should go to some scholar because I'm not completely a scholar.
So why?
To
So
answer
okay.
your
So
question.
think
If
about it.
If you talk
think
about
it
something
straight.
about which is
So-
more important about the God, the
Yeah.
primary thing, which is what's your belief? Is
So ask yourself, why in Saudi Arabia they only abolished slavery in the 1960s?
I have no idea, so I don't want to.
So,
I don't want to
can you
comment.
research
I'm not
it?
research. I will do research.
So
but
because they never
the first
wanted to
question-
abolish slavery,
I
this
know.
is why.
If we talk about the primary thing rather than like all these secondaries and all this, if you have a pure salvation of God, if you believe in one God, that's more important.
But even
that's what
in
you've
the
been
Bible
questioned
it
on.
says even the demons believe in one God. So just because you believe in one God, it doesn't mean you believe in
So
the
if
right God.
Bible say tomorrow donkey believes in one God, what would you
So
say?
you have to believe in the true God
No,
because many religions say
So
that we believe in one
Do you
God.
believe in demons?
I believe, yeah, of course I believe, but I'm
Have
just
you ever
saying in
seen
the Bible.
demons in your life?
I have had interactions,
Have you
with
seen
jinns.
people? Have you ever seen? We call it jinns. We believe
Jinn.
there are good people.
Yeah.
Good jinns and
Well,
bad jinns.
I'm gonna leave you with this, right? This is for you as a gift. You
I know.
because
I don't mind. I got all knowledge of
no,
Islam.
my advice, I'm not
Yeah,
asking
so-
to leave Islam. I'm asking
No,
you
no,
research
alhamdulillah,
this.
I'm good. I'm good
I'm
at
asking
Islam.
you
But I'm telling you,
research it.
if you look at the Bible, which is more important, the 10 Commandments. Look at
That
the
you
first-
don't even have in your Quran because Allah
No,
forgot
look
about
at the first
them.
commandment. Look at the first.
Yeah.
What's the first commandment?
To love your God with all your heart and not have idols. When you guys
Yes.
worship a different God
No,
and you
we
go down
worship one
to a
God.
black cube,
No,
that's
we worship-
already you're destroying
before
the commandments.
Black Q, what was the first place of Qibla before Black
There was
Q?
nothing in Mecca before
Jerusalem,
Muhammad.
Jerusalem,
But do you agree there was nothing in Mecca before Muhammad? There is
There
no
was a
historical
Kaaba.
evidence.
There was a Kaaba
There is-
because we follow the
there
Abrahamic.
is, if you look, there is no historical
No.
evidence. It was just desert.
No,
This is a
let's get back to
mythology.
original question, the God, right? If you look at the first commandment of Bible, it says is one God,
Yeah,
right? We believe in one God.
but
Do
not
you
the
believe
same
in
God.
which God do you believe?
I believe in the God of Israel. The Bible says that God is a God of Israel, right?
Right.
You believe in a God of Arabia, and it's a different God. I appreciate you believe in one God, but it's not the same God.
So if you look at Israel people, Jewish people, they believe in your God or they believe in a Muslim God?
The Messianic Jews, they believe in the same God as us. The Judaism of
Jewish
today,
people. No, you're lying again.
I'm not
Jewish people,
lying.
Jewish people, they believe the same God we believe.
they don't
as a
believe in the
Muslim.
same, otherwise they would be
They, don't-
Muslims.
they never believe in Christianity at all.
The Messianic
No,
Jews
hell,
do.
lots of Jewish people come. I have a conversation with them. They never believe in
The
Christianity.
Judaism
We
of today, historically, it comes from the time of Jesus.
See, that's another claim you're making
It's not
up. You're
another
just
claim,
making up
research
another
it.
claim. Trust me. You're
Anyway,
just like
all I
bunch of
invite you is
lying.
I gave you a book, read it. I researched in Islam.
No, that's you guys are misquoted by this gospel of John, Mark, Luke, Matthew. We don't know who these people
No
are.
one knows
we cannot
about the
believe this.
Quran because no one. You don't even. You have fragments.
Yes, we have a way of preservation. We have oral preservation, and we have written as well. But we don't have the Bible, unfortunately.
No,
so.
we do have. We have Bible from before the time of Muhammad.
Do you have 66 Bible in Hebrew and Aramaic language?
we have the OC scrolls. If you go in the British Library, we have a Bible from the 4th
bring it
century.
here. Why it's in British library? You should tell the
Because it
people.
probably costs £1 million or 100
See,
million to get
so
it.
the Quran is free. Have you read the Quran
I
before?
have I have read enough of the Quran, but you're asking me,
So
do
you
you
should-
have the Quran from the time? You're asking me stupid questions now. You don't have a Quran from the time of Muhammad.
We do have it.
You
We
don't
have a
have
chain
that.
of people
But
from today.
no, you don't.
Let me give
we
you an
don't
example.
know
You
who
ask me a
these
question,
people
let
are.
me respond. Let me
Uthman
respond.
burnt the Quran.
Let me respond. You ask me a question, all right?
Yeah.
We have a people today in Saudi Arabia. If you look at their chain of root, it goes back to Prophet Muhammad. The first preservation of Quran was oral. So more than like 100 people, they memorized Quran. It's not like one day. It took like 23 years to reveal Quran, and it's very easy to memorize any book in 23 years. So if you go today in the month of Ramadan, anywhere in the world, someone is reciting in China, someone in Indonesia, in Saudi Arabia, they're reciting the same Quran. So that's another like a live miracle about the
So
Quran.
the Bible is the same. It's not a miracle
No,
because in
there's so
here
many
5 years ago they came with different Qurans. Uthman burned the Quran. So in the end, and the stories of the Quran do not match
you know
the Bible.
reason. I've seen your videos on YouTube. You know the reason, but you just
I don't
your
know
heart
the reason.
is
At the end of
your
the
heart
day,
is
at the end of the
closed.
day, because
You should
I
pray
can.
to the one
At the
God.
end of the day, I don't want to be a slave in Jannah. I don't believe I'm inferior, and that in itself shows that the Quran is false. The way women are treated in Islam shows that it is not from God.
Do you know?
Okay?
If you look at the women rights,
They have no rights in Islam. You have no rights as a woman in Islam.
I think so. You haven't read the Quran.
I can show you.
In Western countries, the women rights came like 100 years ago. But Islam
No,
told us
that's not true.
1400 years ago. 1400 years ago.
No, he's trying to say that we can understand.
Yeah,
He's trying to say that the Quran is preserved.
Take this. I know.
believe the
That's
Quran's
fine.
I know. It's better.
Now,
to talk
now
in
you
my-
don't want to speak to
No,
him.
I don't want to speak.
Because
he
you're
doesn't
scared
want
of
to speak to
him.
you.
Okay,
I'm
do
not
it
afraid
in
of
the
anyone.
camera. What?
You must be fearful then, man. Here's what it is, man. I have a scary face.
No.
I have a mean face,
It doesn't matter.
unfortunately.
I'm more scary than you.
That's not. I mean, you're leaving, so I must be very scary to you.
I've seen your video.
Yeah. You're just scared, bro. Here's what it is. You're scared. Here's what it is.
Okay, let's.
At the